folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. Just to let you know, I am wearing this shirt all day long today in honor of Jimmy Buffett, who passed away yesterday. And it's just, I mean, one little way I can recognize him. Normally I change shirts for each video. I do different things, but today I'm doing it that way. But with that said, I have a gift request today for an artist I hadn't heard of, Addison Johnson. The name of the song is Rollin' Stolen, and John Hermes made a gift to the channel for me to react to this one. So let's get into this one. John, thank you. Shout out to you, my friend, for this gift. It's always good to see you in the comment section too. But let's see what we've got from Addison. Rollin' Stolen.
Got a pound of white powder up under my bed, and I really gotta get it gone. So I went down to old Bobby Gentry's house, 'cause I knew he wasn't home. Yeah, I really had to hustle. That American muscle was tucked in the kudzu vines. With a little hot wire, I was spinning tires and heading towards the county line. Now I'm rolling, stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the law on my ass and my foot on the gas, yeah, hauling them cartel bells. Gotta get there for the morning while the sheriff's still snoring and try to make that sale. Well, I'm a rolling, stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle.
Chevelles are sweet too. My buddy Jeffrey, I met him in 6th grade. He and I became best friends back in middle school. But he kept a red Chevelle, and he finally fixed that thing up like 40 years later. And they're badass. All right, that old muscle is sweet.
At 2 a.m. I came around the bend and I saw them flashing blue lights. So I grabbed me a gear and I started to steer up that old country hillside. Hey, Smoky Meat Bandit, you know I gotta hand it to them boys out there in blue. They were spinning like a top, had them kicking up rocks, but they hung in for a mile or two. Now I'm rolling, stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the law on my ass and my foot on the gas, yeah, hauling them cartel bells. Gotta get there for the morning while the sheriff's still snoring and try to make that sale.
It's not snoring anymore.
I'm rolling, stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle.
Yeah, your hours are limited. You're gonna get busted soon. Got fun instrumentation.
Well, I got to the spot and I made that drop, and they handed me an envelope. And I left the French Quarter hauling for the border, 'cause I knew what they didn't know. Yeah, that pound of white powder was a pound of white flour. Those Italians were looking for me. They were shooting them pistols. I was flying like a missile, leaving the land of the free.
So he was supposed to be delivering like a pound of Coke, and it was flour. Oh Jesus! This guy's got a lot of people. What was that movie, The Blues Brothers, where everybody was looking for? It was John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Anyway.
Stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the mob on my ass and my foot on the gas. Boys, I'm hauling the mail. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure gonna spend it, and I got a good story to tell. Well, I'm a rolling, stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle. Well, I'm a rolling, stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle.
That was just, that was fun. It's actually a fun song. It's an interesting song, too. It had these different twists. At first, I thought he stole the car, but we found out what was going on in here with, I mean, this was a Smokey and the Bandit. He even referenced Smokey and the Bandit. That's basically the reference in this song. I mean, he basically did a similar thing, except it was with cocaine, not booze, as with the Snowman, Jerry Reed, in Smokey and the Bandit. But in this one, he had flour in his trunk. He's going to have the mob looking for him, because I don't know what a pound of cocaine would cost, but it's significant. And John, that was fun. That was a fun song. I mean, I could kind of visualize it. Of course, if you didn't grow up knowing what a muscle car was, you couldn't relate to this song as much. But it's not just the nostalgia. You could feel yourself sitting in those seats. You know what those seats felt like. They're not the comfortable bucket seats that we have now usually. They just sort of like were these thinner, commonly black vinyl. But man, when you stand rear wheel too, we didn't have front wheel back in the day. And man, and you put on some big tires, 50s or 60s or whatever, and gosh, man, you could leave some rubber on the road too. But those things just had that feel. And I drive a German car now, and it has a feel to it as well, and the engine sounds different. But man, when a muscle car goes by, I just applaud. When an old car, somebody's fixed up an old car and they're going by on the highway, and in New Jersey, when you've got a car that's over 25 years old, I think it is, you get an antique license plate, it's called, for an antique car. And I think it starts with the letters QQ. And you just look at that. But some of these cars are 70 years old, and guys have fixed them up. And it's just a thing of beauty. That sound that they make, it's not the fine-tuned German sound. It is muscle sound, and it is sweet. So, all right, I'm going to rate this song. That was a fun little twist of a song. And I don't know much about Addison's career, but from what I saw on his YouTube channel, he's got about 400 or 500 subscribers. So I think he's a newer artist. So I'm glad to be doing a newer artist. And I don't know how you know him, John. Maybe you know him personally. Maybe you just followed him and wanted to give him more exposure. So kudos to you for that. But this was just a fun song. The number that popped into my head was an 8.8. It engaged me. It made me feel good. I'm like, oh, where's he going? He did that. Being a Jersey boy here too, we're familiar with the mob up here. I mean, so much so I even went to college with James Gandolfini, who was Tony Soprano of The Sopranos. I was there at the same time, and I knew him, but we weren't like buddies. But we were at Rutgers at the same time. But all that said, I'm like, you don't want to do this to the mob. It's your days are numbered, because they will find you. You take a pound of cocaine from the mob, you don't want to take $1 from the mob, let alone a pound. All right, so an 8.8 is the number that popped into my head, so that's what we're going with. John, thank you again, my friend. All right, folks, have a great day. Enjoy those muscle cars. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.